All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Mulson that do it well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing his word with truth, sincerity, and charity, and risk your lives to do so. And first and foremost, the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh, and many other false names. His only true name is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. And Bahasham, meaning in the name. Ba and Ha does Sham name, which is the only way to get to the Heavenly Father, which is through his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yeshua, and many other false names. His only true name is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves or he delivers. And that salvation and deliverance only pertains to you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, no matter what you believe. And you speckled birds that may look like the other nations, but your seed line, meaning who your father is, goes back to a so-called Negro, Hispanic, or Native American, which that will make you a biblical Hebrew Israelite by blood, according to Numbers 1 and verse 18. And the Ruach Kodash is the Holy Spirit, Ruach Spirit, Kodash Holy, which is how we are able to do these lessons, go out on the highways and byways, and ultimately do the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's all done through the Ruach Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit, which is the holy angels. And today I want to get into this quick lesson, and I'm going to title it "We Shall Be Changed." All right, and this is pretty much inspired off of people who say that, we're not going to get spiritual powers like Vocab. I heard, Vocab Malone say that, all right, that we're not going to get spiritual powers and, things like that. And many other people believe that, that we're not going to get spiritual powers to flip over tanks, rip tanks apart, man, to fly, all right, to use spiritual powers, to use telekinesis, to shoot blast out of our hands. All right, like you will see a Dragon Ball Z character or a Marvel character shoot fire from their eyes, or, blow something away with their breath, like Superman. Well, guess what? The elect are truly going to get powers like that, man. All right, as you read all throughout the scriptures, you reading the Kings and, the book of Judges and things like that, are of accounts of men who were given spiritual powers from Yahweh Shem Shai to fight off 1,000-man armies. All right, killing 600 men. All right, there was a man in the scriptures named Shamgar, which the brother Shakaria brought that to my attention, I believe a week ago. All right, a man named Shamgar, he killed 600 men, all right, with an ox goad, which is hardly even a weapon. Okay, it's not even a weapon, man. It's something that you use to, drive the ox and ride the sheep and things like that, man. He was a farmer. But, hey, the Lord gave him spiritual powers, all right, in order to fight off that army and kill 600 men, man, with an ox goad. Samson killed 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass. How come that jawbone didn't break? How come Samson wasn't pierced or anything about those 1,000 men? Because the Lord was with him. All right, because Yahweh Shem Shai delivered those men into Samson's hands. And guess what? Those were warriors. These probably men who were warriors from their birth. Okay? And the Lord allowed Samson to kill their ass with the jawbone of an ass, man. King David running through a troop. Hey, it said that Saul killed his thousands, but David his 10,000s. So the Lord gave certain men powers and abilities to overcome their foes and overcome a particular situation they were in for their time. So the same thing is going to happen for us. Esau Edom got all this technology, all this might. He got bombs. He got fucking fighter jets. He got nukes, laser guns, all type of shit, man. Well, if the Lord's going to give us spiritual powers, he's going to have to put it on a level to be at that type of level. Same way he done gave Esau this power. And that's the key. He gave Esau this power. He's going to give us those powers, man. He's going to give us powers to match and overcome what Esau has, you know, which is going to be immense spiritual power, man. But I'm going to jump into these precepts to kill that doubt and that, you know, that lack of faith type of mindset that we're not going to get spiritual powers. That's 1 Corinthians, this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So that means that we're going to have to be changed. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. All right. We're not going to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai being mortal men. We're going to be changed, man. Never being able to sin, never being able to go off again. Meaning we're going to be ripped from this flesh. We're going to be changed to something new. All right. Something new, man. And still being able to have sex, still being able to, you know, bring forth children for our women, you know. So the Lord is going to make us a new creature. Going to have like a hybrid between, you know, a spiritual and a physical, you know, fleshly type of body. But we're going to be totally subjected to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, however way the Lord does it. You know, it says that in 1 John, the 3rd chapter, which Lord willing, I'm going to get that as well. But it says, verse 51, and they also, when we beamed up in those chariots, you watch on those movies, let's say Star Trek, right? They get beamed up into those ships. All right, they get dematerialized, and then they go back into the form that they were in, man. Well, when the Lord beams us up in those chariots, we're going to be changed, and we're going to be turned into, you know, this new being, this new body that we're going to have. Never being able to sin, never being able to go off again. Having powers to be gods, man. Reading minds, having telekinesis, never being able to get tired. Running for as long as we want to, for as fast as we want to. Fly. All these things, man. And you don't have to believe it. No one fucking cares, man. You don't care if you believe it or not. Because we believe it. Because it's written in the scriptures. If you don't believe it, good. It's just a better chance for us to get it. It says, verse 51, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. So we're all going to be changed. And that all is speaking of the elect. The elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. We're going to be changed, man. It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. And that's going to be done through the Lord changing our mindsets, changing our spirits, you know, and making us to the point where we can never sin again, never go off again, man, because we're in this flesh. All right, we sin, we go off because we're in the flesh. We're prone. The flesh is prone to sin. It's prone to going off. It's prone to transgressing the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, because it has its own, you know, its own mindset. It has its own urges and lust, and you know, it has its own thing, man. That's why Paul said what he said in Romans the 7th chapter. It's a constant battle. It's a constant fight between our spirits and this flesh, wanting to do right, but just not being able to do it because we're in this. But when the Lord changes us, and we're gonna be totally perfect. Never even having a mindset to want to be wicked. Never even having a mindset of a foolish, wicked thought to even go into your mind, man. That's what's coming to us. So we're gonna have to be changed. It's the only way. 1 John, let me get this 1 John. 1 John 3 and verse 1. It says, behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of Yahweh. And now we're called the sons of Yahweh through the sacrifice that Yahweh Shai did. All right, it's all about what Yahweh Shai did for us that is gotten us to this point, man, and is going to further us to the kingdom. All right, so what Yahweh Shai did, laying his life down for the nation of Israel, for the elect, so that we can be called the sons of Yahweh, being joint heirs with him, according to Romans 8 and verse 18, man. So it says, therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. Right? We don't know exactly how we're gonna be. We don't know exactly how that new body the Lord is gonna give us is gonna operate. But we have what's the word I'm looking for, man? A small understanding of it. We have a small understanding of how, it's going to operate, how it's going to work, and how we're going to be. As all the things that I stated, the spiritual powers that we're going to gain and things we're going to be able to do, but we don't know exactly the full totality of it. It says, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. So we know we're going to be like Yahweh Shai. And it said Yahweh Shai did so many miracles, man, that it couldn't even be written in all the books of the world. And then the Lord said that we're going to do even greater works than he did on this side, before we get, that full download, us being changed, us being able to fly around and do all these things, at the full 100% of what Yahweh Shai is going to give us. But he's going to give us spiritual powers like he did the apostles in the book of Acts, being able to heal. And they were able to heal people with just their shadow, man. With just their shadow. And the Lord said we're going to do greater works than what he did. So these things are coming. If you don't believe it, then that just means that the Lord ain't dealing with you. Because he said that we're going to do greater works than he did. And Yahweh Shai has spiritual powers. You going to say he didn't have spiritual powers? I wouldn't even entertain that shit, man. Okay? So, we're certainly going to get spiritual powers, man. We're definitely going to be able to fight against this devil. Flip tanks. Teleport. Move so fast you ain't even gonna know what hit you. Your head just gonna be falling off of your body. Damn, why my arms not working? It's Isaiah 40 and verse 29. I started 29. It says I started 28. It says, hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainted not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He have power to fight, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. So we don't have any might here. We don't have any strength in this place. And we're worms here, man. We can't defend ourselves. We don't have an army. We don't have tanks. We don't have nuclear bombs. All we are in the eyes of Esauim is niggas, low lives, nobodies. But the Lord is going to raise us up. He has the might to increase strength. Says that, is there anything too hard for him? Which let me just get that right quick. Ain't nothing too hard for Yahweh Shai. It's a Jeremiah 32 and 26. It says, then came the word of Yahweh unto Jeremiah, saying, behold, I am Yahweh, the power of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? And there's nothing too hard for the Lord. It's a rhetorical question. Yahweh Shai can do any and everything he wants. Anything he wants to do, he can do it, man. We're flesh and blood. We're dust. All men on this planet Earth, man, we're nothing before Yahweh Shai. So you think that the Lord just can't raise you up, give you powers, give you this, give you that, do whatever, man. He's almighty. He's Yahweh. He is. He can do anything. What? That don't even make sense, man. The Lord can do all things, man. So it's a light thing for Yahweh Shai to give us spiritual powers. And you got mortal men on the earth who are able to lift 1,000 pounds. Pull a damn a fucking plane, man. I done seen man pull a plane before. That's power, man. It's not normal. That's the Lord making certain men above others. And the scriptures speak on that as well, man. It says to honor I think I'm roughly paraphrasing, but it says to honor the man, the mighty man, for his might, his strength, because the Lord has given, certain men certain positions. Hey, well, you gonna be the strong, you the strongest man in the world. You the second, you the third, so on and so forth, So how much more the Lord giving his men who have been fighting for him, warring for him, doing his work, spiritual powers. That's a light thing for the Lord to do, man. So if you don't believe it, it's just the Lord ain't dealing with you. He don't want you to believe it. This is Isaiah 40 and 30. It says, even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. And we're waiting upon Yahweh Shema Shai, as I just said. We're waiting on the Lord, man. We doing his work. We laying our lives down for him. We ain't being no damn niggas. We ain't being wicked. We ain't being no moles out here, which all these niggas are moles. All right? We ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing but walking honestly. Walking uprightly to the best of our ability, man. Not like these niggas. So what? The Lord is going to renew our strength if we endure unto the end. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. We're going to fly. They shall run and not be weary. We're going to run and we ain't even going to get tired, man. We ain't going to never get tired. Why you think Samson was able to kill 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass? And then at the end of that, he got tired, At the end of that, he was at the point of exhaustion. At the end, because the Lord was working through him to do that. Why didn't he get tired after he killed 700 men? Because it's the might of Yahweh Shema Shai that keeps us going and makes it able for us to prevail and gives us power, man. It's not of you, it's not of man. It's of Yahweh Shema Shai. So if the Lord wants to give us a particular power, we're going to get in. We're going to be able to prevail over our enemies. It says, they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So we're going to have, we're going to have those spiritual powers, man. To not be tired, to run for as long as you want to, run as fast as you want. It said we're going to be sparks amongst the stubble. Wisdom of Solomon 3. Man, I really could start at 1. I'm going to start at 1. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there is no torment, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. Right, so these people, some of us are going to be martyrs. Some of us are going to lose our lives for this truth and lose our lives for Yahweh Shema Shai, right? And they, the nations who are going to do it, they're going to think we're in misery. We done lost, we done took this L, but what? And they're going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in peace. We are in peace, man, because we know what's coming. We know what's next after this. It's the kingdom of heaven. It's the end of this kingdom. It's the rising up of the nation of Israel, man. And with that, we're gonna be risen with spiritual powers. We're gonna be changed, man. And we're gonna have to part this flesh one way or another. So if the Lord has it where we get beamed up and part the flesh, so be it. If the Lord had it where we be put to death to part this flesh, so be it. But guess what? When we rise up, we gonna have those spiritual powers, though. It says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastened, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. So we're going to be greatly rewarded by Yahweh Shema Shai, man, because of the work that we have done. The faith that we have kept unto the very end, man, laying our lives down for him. It says that it's a precious thing in the sight of the Lord. Let me just get it. I don't want to butcher that, man. Psalms 116 And verse 15, it says, precious in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Shai is the death of his saints. So that's a precious thing for the Lord to see that, man. The Lord takes great honor in us laying our lives down for him. Not laying our lives down for this world and laying our lives down for ourselves and our own pleasure. But we are laying our lives down for him, which is the greatest thing that anyone can do. It's the greatest honor. That's the highest honor that you can do, is serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and be willing to die for him. To be a member of the elect. It's the greatest honor, man. It's the highest status in the universe. It says, of course, outside of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Let me make that very clear. All right, but it says, verse 6, as gold in the fire hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Right, as it says, Sirach 2. It says, Sirach 2 and verse 5. Let me get that. Sirach 2 and 5. It says, for gold is tried in the furnace, in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So if you are going to be looked at as an acceptable man to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, you're going to have to go through that adversity, go through that fire. And that's what the elect is going to do. We're going to go through the fire. All right, we're going to endure, Lord willing. So it says, verse 7, and in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So we're going to have spiritual powers to run to and fro like the Flash. All right, move like the Flash, man. They zipping all around the world. Teleporting if we want to do that, you know. But we're going to have those powers to be gods on the earth. Just like you see all these comic books and, you know, X-Men and things like that. They get that from the scriptures, man. They clearly get the X-Men idea from the scriptures. What's the name? Stan Lee. Which the original X-Men were so-called Negroes. Because they getting these things from the scriptures. And if you look at certain characters like Apocalypse, he's a representation of Yahweh Shai. You know, what's his name? Galactus and the Silver Surfer. Galactus is a representation of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and the Silver Surfer is Yahweh Shai, being his servant, his right hand, if you can receive it. But they get all these things from the scriptures, man. It says verse 8 says, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. All right, and we're going to have rulership over the nations. We're going to be kings. And no one is going to rise up against us because they can't. They're going to lose, man. Yahweh is going to be with us. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to be with us, man. And if Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is with us, who can be against us? You know? We're going to be able to have power to beat them to the shivers, as it says in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, totally subjecting them. It's not going to be any objections of our power. We're going to be total rule. We're going to be totally, total gods on the planet Earth. Not like Esau, he's a mortal man. He can die. We can't die. We ain't going to be able to die. We ain't going to be able to get hurt. We're going to have impenetrable skin, man, like Superman. One of the Superman movies, the villain went to shoot him in the eye, and a bullet just, crushed on his eye like it was nothing. He ain't even blink. That's the powers the elect about to get, man, and far greater than that. Far greater than anything that has ever been conjured up in a human man. So it says, verse 9, says, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have care for his elect. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai got us, man. He got his men. He's going to take care of us. He's going to raise us up at the end of the day for all the works and faith that we have kept, man. That the elect has kept, and Lord willing, we're hoping to be those men. All right, so those spiritual powers are coming. And let me get this. Zechariah 12 and verse 8 says, in that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. The feeble among us shall be as David, man. The lesser Israelite is going to be as David. The weak of us is going to be as King David. King David was able to run through a troop, leap over a wall, bend the bow of iron with his arms, man. You know, break steel with his arms. What it say? Kill his 10,000 men. There was never a warrior like King David. And that's what the least of us is going to be, man. It says, in the house of David shall be as Yahweh, as the angel of Yahweh before them. So we're going to be, the elect of Yahweh Shem Shai is going to be as the angels of the Lord. Having full-on spiritual power, man. All the things I list, we're going to get. And then some. Because what? This is Psalms 103. Verse 20. It says, bless Yahweh, ye his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. So the angels of the Lord, they excel in strength, man. One angel of the Lord can destroy this entire planet, can wipe the face of this planet, can wipe the face of the planet Earth, completely off, leave it with no life on the planet. One angel. But the Lord said that the house of David is going to be as the angels of the Lord. 144,000 men having spiritual powers. And you got guys talking about that we're gonna get taken down again, man. You out your fucking mind. Why would you even say something like that? Why would you even want to say something like that? We ain't never gonna get taken down after the Lord raises us up this very last time, man. Saves us with this salvation, takes us out of this last captivity. We ain't never going back into captivity. Not the power that we go have. Not the way the Lord is gonna change us to not be able to sin and go off again. We can't ever be able to lose and go down, and no nation will ever be able to rise up against us. Seeing that all war instruments are going to be destroyed as well. So a total subjection to the planet Earth is coming via the elect of Yahweh Shem Shai, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. So spiritual powers is coming. Don't doubt. Don't let that faithless demon, get into your mind, man. Because we will be turned to gods. We already are gods, but we're gonna be transformed into others seeing us and knowing that we are gods, man. Having that power radiating off of us. So hey, I pray this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to Akim that are pushing his word with truth, sincerity, and charity. Shalom, Kwam Yashar Allah, Wa Abad Wabal.